Thursday, December 15th, and it's warm outside, relatively warm, so I made a small fire, came out here, excuse me, cleaned off this work area, which was getting pretty bad. It takes a while. So I've decided to put aside the pilot house for a while and start on this Bulwark. So I decided taping it would be easier before it was in place. So I'm running my painter's tape around. As the white paint this will be white. And I don't know if I have shown this yet, but I made an exhaust system for the pilot house. So right now on the pilot house, that little window, that little oblong window there, that needs to have acetate added. And then there are handrails. I have to do handrails on each side, and then handrails next to the doors on each side. Then antennas, side lights, horn, and then probably some sort of spotlight up here. And that will pretty much complete this part of the build. So now I'm doing what I have been dreading, this Bulwark. I don't know, all these little holes that have to be put in. And I think it's really unfortunate that the way this was done, because when you cut the hole down to the deck, there's going to be this little tiny piece of the Bulwark left, which is filling in this step here. But I guess that's the way it's got to be. I guess one option I was thinking actually was to avoid that, was to just fill this in with the right size piece. Then put the Bulwark on. And then when you cut the Bulwark, you only need to cut 3 sides, because the bottom of the Bulwark will just fall out. But there's problems with that too, because the Bulwark then is only glued to these pieces here. You can't really glue it to the hull down here. So I guess I'll stick with this method. Okay, more later. Okay, it's still Thursday, December the 15th. And what I've done is I've taped off the deck. Before I think I'll run a coat of the same oil. It's just vodka oil, which does dry. Run a couple of coats of that right around the tape line, so the white won't bleed under when I get to that. Now I've put, this one's a little, I think I can straighten when I glue this on, I can make sure they're straight. So I've ripped 4 pieces of this basswood. And that's going to be the bulwark. So that's the next big thing. This, I think it's going to be, I don't know, cutting all those holes is just something I'm not looking forward to at all. I may skip some of them. They're not all in the proper places for drainage. Apparently those holes were also made to aid in construction because they were able to put something through the hole, and then they could bend. They could use that as a fulcrum, and I'm not sure exactly what they were bending or what, but this is what Tyson says in his book anyway. So, more later. Okay, so it's still Thursday, the 15th, I think it is. And I think I'm about ready to quit working on this thing for the day. I've got the Bulwark boards up. Yeah, there's a few iffy things in here, like I didn't. A couple of these are a little bit on an. I think this one here is on an angle, but there's just too much going on to get everything right when you're gluing all that up. That's my excuse anyway. Yeah, and here's another pier. There's one there that's not quite perpendicular. But when all the false pieces go in, they just get glued in like this. There are going to be so many of them that it's going to be very busy. I don't know. The critics will probably pick it out though. And then the other issue is this line here is kind of, if you look down on it, is not quite right. But when that top rail goes on, I think I'll be able to move this in and out slightly. Anyway, that's where it's at today. More later.